All right, let's start the session. What's up, everyone? Hope you're all doing great. It's 5th of August, I think. Yeah, August 2026. And we are here with another live stream. We didn't have a live stream for almost a week now because there was like a long weekend here in Canada. And I wasn't available yesterday too. Um, but the real reason I wasn't even gonna trade today, didn't take trade yesterday too, and didn't want to come in live, but decided to join and just give you guys a quick update. Today is not going to be any trading, any trade taken, or we're not gonna do any gaming and stuff as well because there is nothing really happening in the market. There is stuff happening in the market, but it's not really what we're looking for. So let's jump right into the chart. I'm gonna start by US30. So basically the overall situation that we are in right now is that things that we thought is going to happen is happening. Most of the scenarios that is happening did not give us an entry opportunity. Therefore, I'm gonna go over some of the trades that I told you guys how it's gonna go and how it happened, but we are not into those trades. So this session is mostly educational, and I just showed up today in the YouTube to keep the momentum going. I don't want to miss that momentum that was happening from our live streams. So quickly we're gonna go over the watch list and setups that is happening and why we don't have any setup to trade. And I think that would be the scenario for the whole week, but we're gonna see. So US30, last week we had it coming back to yearly moving average, and we had the all-time high 53,400 up here. And once price basically hit this level and came right above the MA around here, start of the week. So last week at the start of the week, we were talking about the fact that if price stays above this DMAs on daily or maintain staying above these, it would be more chance for price to continue going up. And during the week it did have up and down, as you can see, but then on Wednesday, almost end of the session, price came all the way down here, hit the level, and then starting to change the momentum. By Friday, we had another stop hunt right at 9:30, the time that we like, and then followed by a bullish engulfing and then another bullish engulfing going above DMA. Now, take this in. It's Friday, it's long weekend, the Monday, it's closed, but market gives an opportunity. So personally, I'm not really into that type of setup, but everything was aligned. So all I had to do was wait for the better setup and hope for it not to push, just like what happened. And as you can see, it did continue the push to the upside, and for the last 3 days, looks like something wrong with my motherboard. Okay, and it did push pretty nicely, created the all-time high. It went actually $1,000 more than what it was before, and right now we are at 54,400. So as you can see, setup was there. We could have seen unfolding, but it was a little bit risky to take that trade, or in terms of timing. No reason to be mad about it. No reason to be on your head that you missed it. These are not missing trades, okay? These are basically opportunities that market did not fully give it to you. It's more of a practice, in my opinion, okay? Afternoon, coach. I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are here too. Thank you for joining. And soon we're gonna have a giveaway as well for the DMA and Jipanaji. Alright, so that's about US30. I'm gonna quickly go over the rest. JPYs. That's actually interesting things to talk about. JPYs. Where is all here? JPYs all had crazy drop. About 500 pips drop on JPYs. I'm gonna open this one and just show it to you. Notice the pattern, guys. Expansion, return, balance. What we talked about in protocol 369, and I also talked about it in YouTube live stream. Market expands and then returns to DMA, has a balance period, and then continue expanding. Now this return can get as aggressive as market wants, and it's really related to how price was performing before that balance. So how that expand ended, okay, if that makes sense. If you take a look at here, you can see a slow expand towards the upside, followed by an aggressive return to DMA. And then we had a more aggressive push to the upside, followed by a consolidation, and then again aggressive push back to the DMA, and then again slow move to the upside, and then aggressive push back to DMA. So this is literally a pattern that you have to learn, and looks like it's really happening on JPYs more often. I'm glad that we took the Euro JPY trade. Let's see. I took this Euro JPY trade. Now with this drop, it looks like it's not a big trade, but it was a great trade that we took. It was from here that I entered, actually here, and then we had the price up here. I'm very glad that I did close the trade, even though it didn't reach the level. I had my stop below here, and it got stopped out right before this crazy ass move. So I couldn't really believe my eyes when I saw, not because of the move, but because of how good I saw it happening. It was kind of obvious that price is gonna do some madness, and I thought this madness was it, and then this showed up. So it's funny in that way, but yeah. So JPYs, all of them, they had this coming back to the yearly moving average. Notice every single one of them came right back to yearly moving average. All of them were bullish, and right now they're going to have that balance period around the yearly moving average. Okay, so that's also about JPYs. About Euro USD, and the rest, really, it's nothing interesting about it, to be honest. The only thing that looks a little bit of interesting to me is GBP AUD, because we talked about this, how it came down, and after playing around here and coming below DMA from last week's, I was expecting it to play around and continue, at least coming to the low. You can see that 30 minutes, 1 hour, and 3 hour all crossed down. It is pretty close at the level 2. Honestly, it's not a bad setup. Let's see the stop loss. Maybe we can take that one trade. About 50 pips to stop loss. I'm gonna take a trade. Why not? I feel like I made it. My body got much more excited. GBP AUD. Let's open the magic key. Risk. Calc. Switch. 50 pips is stop loss. Yeah, I'm in. Let's take the link for the journal too. Something I wanted to mention to you guys as well is the power that you have over yourself. Um, it's interesting to me. I was looking at it yesterday because it's the start of the month, right? And I was checking my journal. My friend was actually asking me that how's the journaling and stuff going in, and I was showing him the journal that I had for the last month. One second. Okay, and it was somewhat interesting to me that you all remember that I said these live sessions are basically for me also to show up and do whatever I planned on time. So it allows me also to be much better on journaling. I could actually go ahead and read my journals and understand what I did with all the stuff that I did compared to before that the timing was not right. I would journal when the trade was over, or I would journal when trade was just starting, and then would not update it, and then later on at the end of the month I had to go and see what's happening. But it was flawless. It was perfect, and I'm really happy about it. So I really suggest you to try to join. I don't care if you do what I do. It's just showing up for each other and keep each other accountable. All right. Coach, you think the market rewards intelligence, discipline, humility, or something else entirely? If you don't mind, can you also show us your journal? So I think that intelligence, discipline, uh, it's basically that. It's you can't really say it's one thing. You need to be intelligent to figure out the more probable setup, and you need to have the discipline to stick to the rules, and these two are kind of really together, and I don't think there is anything else to it. It's discipline. I was telling my friend yesterday that process of learning trading is to learn about the system or figure out a system. Me personally, I try to figure out the system. That's why we have this DMA Fibonacci. But a lot of people, they don't really want to create a whole system. They would just find a system, backtest it, practice it, and once they're good at it, once they're good at that system, now they gotta follow that system, and that's where the discipline comes in. Okay, so in my opinion, it's a combination of all. It's not something else entirely, but yeah. If you don't mind, can you also show us your journal? The journal that I have has all the numbers that I'm really not comfortable showing it for tax purposes. But give me a second, I'll see what I can do. I probably can hide that part. Um, let's go here. I have the journal that I have ready here. It's for this month. It's just new. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you the other journal. Let's see. So I think that would be a good one. I don't know how to do it here. I'm gonna try. No. I might be able to do it. You know what? Display capture, window capture. There we go. Journal. Okay, so now I can cut this to here. So I'll show you. It's okay. It's okay. I'll show you once. Alright, so here is the journal kind of. I'm gonna have it here a little better. I'm gonna remove the description part from it. Okay, hopefully that makes sense a little bit. Okay, so that's just for an example for you guys. This is my own journal, and these are the journal that we do live when I tell you guys that I'm gonna go ahead and journal the trades. So basically we have this date, pair, position, results, before, after, risk percentage, risk amount. So these are the two parts that I fill it up. One is when I put the date, then I put the pair on, the position, we leave the results alone, put the before link, 1% risk, and exact amounts that it shows in my MT5 when I enter, how much it's gonna be when I stop loss is hit, and then I leave it. Once the trade is over, I'll come back, set the results, and then put the after link and then exact amounts that was win or loss, right? And then it will calculate for me the risk to reward by itself, and also it will calculate this is for the middle of July, but the latest slide that I did, it will also calculate the risk to reward average. So as you can see, are you already selling GBPAUD? Yes, I'm in the sell already. Yeah. So as you can see, we had a US30. I risked 950, but I lost more. That means I moved my stop loss a little bit higher. The reason for it was it was end of the week, and I wanted to hold the trade. So sorry, not end of the week, end of the day, the session changeover thing. And then we had another loss, 2 win. So overall 3 loss, 2 win, 3% up. Why? Because of the risk to reward, because I risked 930 and made almost 4 grand, and here I made 940 and I made 2 grand. So that covered everything. And that's what most important part of the trading is, the risk to reward, in my opinion, that can save your ass. Okay, so that's basically an example of my journal that you can have. Send me a message, I can send you the link for it. The what is the word? The empty one, I can send you the the word is not coming right now. But the original one that I can give you, so you can copy it to your own drive and then continue having it. So me personally, what you saw is for a week, and then I'll open a new tab for the new week, and once the month is over, I will open a whole new sheet. Okay, why do I do that? Because now I have a folder that says GPG 2026, and when I open that 2026, now there's different sheets for January, February, April, March, all of that. And whichever you choose to open, now you have multiple tabs, each showing the week. Okay, so you can go very detailed and you can see it overally, and that would be a great way to do it. Nice, nice. Yeah, send me a message. I would actually, I would post it on the school by myself. You don't have to send me a message. I will post it to school so anybody can use it. Looking at GBPAUD is running down too. That's good. Let's see here. Nice. Okay. So let's go to the rest. Euro AUD looking pretty much similar too, but the DMAs on 3 hour and 1 hour did not cross down. However, it's being respected from where they are. Gold. Gold also, this one was against what I thought it's gonna happen. I thought it's really gonna go down, but it decided to do one more push up to this yearly moving average. We'll see if they're gonna continue doing it or not, but I don't think they're gonna continue pushing it up. Looking at USD CHF, it's at very tricky place because it's above yearly moving average and all the DMAs crossed up. However, it broke them. And on other time frame, we have a bearish cross. Therefore, I put it on red lights. Looking at Euro NZD, I'm gonna be super quick on the rest because you can see on daily that we are not really clear. Okay. GBP CAD is a little clear but not a good place to go. Euro Canadian, I've been looking to see this one push for a long ass time. We took a buy once here. We'll see if this comes down and start respecting. It might be an opportunity again. Same with GBP CAD and USD CAD, but nothing right now. AUD USD looking bullish on the daily and all other time frame. I don't like the placement. I do love how they are respecting this, so I'm gonna put this up here. And GBNZD for the last, nothing really in there. Oil is bearish. Bitcoin really not going anywhere since we talked about it. This, you can't really say it went up or down. It's just up and down. If that makes sense. And my guess is bullish. Okay, we'll see. Alright, so that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this session. It's very quick session. It was about, hold on, 25 minutes of live stream. The goal was not to take any trade, but opportunity represented itself and we took it. So let's hope that it's gonna play out nicely, and tomorrow we're gonna talk about this one. Thank you again for joining y'all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.